Hello friend, welcome to the Live Study channel. Today I am going to discuss Apache Camel interview question and answer for fresher and experienced both. So let's start. My first question is, what is Apache Camel? So basically Apache Camel is endpoint, means send the message, sender and receiver, right? So Apache Camel is a rule-based routing and mediation engine that provides a Java object implementation of the enterprise integration pattern using APIs. Application persistence interface are declarative Java domain-specific language to configure routing and mediation rules. Means it is easy to use domain-specific language to wire, epic and transport together. Camel receive the message, right, from some endpoint and send to the another one. The message can be proceeded or simplified route to different endpoints depending on transportation logic applied to Camel. Okay. Next question is, explain Apache Camel architecture. Architecture means processor, router, filter, field, Camel, integrate engine and router, endpoint. Camel send or receive messages from different endpoints like GSM components, HTTP components, file components. Okay, HTTP means web container like Apache Tomcat. JMS means JMS provide active MQ, Tobacco, HTTP client, local files. So basically, Camel utilize a Java-based routing domain specific language or XML configuration to configure routing and mediation rules which are added to a Camel context to implement the various enterprise integration pattern. At a high level, Camel contexts have a collection of component instances. A component is essentially a factory of endpoint instances. You can explicitly configure component instance in Java code or an IOC container like Spring. Okay, or they can be auto discovered using URL. Okay, an endpoint is channel through which system can receive or send a message. It can refer to a web service URL, query URL, file, email address, etc. The domain specific language uses flaggable language to create an expression or predictive to make a truly powerful DSL, which is extendable to the most suitable language depending on needs, requirements. The most of language also support to annotation based expression language. Means it allow integration simple by providing connectivity to a wide variety of transport and APIs. For example, you can easily route JMS, JMS provider to means JMS provider to what? HTTP or JSON. JSON. Okay, means easily provide and JSON to JMS, both route. Okay, this one, not a router, actually not a router, root, root. Okay, and also HTTP. Actually, I have already just a few minutes before. Actually, I have discussed. Okay, means HTTP connect to the JMS. Okay, and FTP, file transfer protocols. Generally, FTP is used on server. FTP to JMS, even HTTP to HTTP, HTTP to HTTP. Okay, and connectivity to, and also connectivity to microservices. Microservices is the most important. Okay. Move to the another question. Another question is, what are the features of Apache Camel? So basically, there are multiple features are useful to design the application through the Apache Camel. So Apache Camel is a lightweight framework which it can deploy the various number of containers like Tomcat, ESBS, etc. Another one, Apache Camel provides us with a wide range of components. These components make interacting create endpoint with which a system can interact with another external system. There are more than 150 components provided by Apache Camel. For example, components like ActiveMQ, Kafka, REST APIs, FTP, JMS, just wait, sorry, okay, not XS, okay, means REST API, FTP, JMS, HTTP. Another one is Apache Camel utilize message exchange pattern MEP. Apache Camel exchange can hold any kind of message. It supports a wide range of formats like XML, JSON, etc. Another point is Camel provides many variety type of converters from marshalling and unmarshalling the message during routing and routes in a variety of domain-specific language. The most popular ones are java.util, means domain-specific language, a Java-based DSL using the Fluent Builder style. Another one is a Spring XML, means XML-based DSL in Spring XML file. When using Spring XML, we can make a use of Spring support for features like transaction measurement, JPA, Java Process APIs. Okay. Camel support polyglobal language to write predicted in DSL means domain specific language. Okay, move to the another question. Another question is, what are the different pattern of the exchange of messages in Camel? In Camel, there are two type of patterns to categorize exchange the pattern to message exchange. First one is only, in, okay, and so another one is in out, in only and in out. So consumer create an exchange in this pattern of exchange that only include an in message. Another mistake in, it's not a mistake, means in. Okay, in only means in. Okay, just write down only in. Okay, in. Another one in out. Okay, so exchange a pattern that only include an in message. In out means consumer create an exchange in this exchange pattern that also contain to caller's response message. This pattern is synchronous. Sorry. Another point, another question is what are roots in Apache Camel? So the core functionality of Apache Camel is it is routing engine. It is allocated messages based on the related routes. A route contain flow and integration logic. It is implemented using EIP and a specific DSL, means a domain specific language. Another is what is a processor in Apache Camel? The processor interface is used to implement the functions of message exchange or message translator. It is important to component is a block of the camel. Block of camel means suppose you can write the program like a public class processor example. Okay, means implement through the processor and just create the process message means exchange to through the exception handling. You can write the logic here. Another question is what is command used to delete a branch? To delete a branch, we can simply use the command through the grid branch. To beach like a D to delete a branch locally, we can simply run the command git create D local branch name. To delete a branch remotely, by run the command git push original delete remote branch name. And deleting a branching scenario occurs for multiple regions. Once such region is to get rid of the feature branches when it has been merged into the deployment branch. Another question is how to implement exception handling in Apache Camel. Apache Camel handle exception handling through in below two means to try catch block on exception block. What is the ESB? Okay, what is an ESB and have you deployed Camel on any ESB? Okay, ESB is standard for the enterprise service bus. It can be defined as a tool designed to help implement applications using SOA principle. Not for all projects is the use of ESB and optimum solution. Enterprise service bus should be used when project involve integrating a number of endpoints like web service, JMS, file transfer protocol, etc. Have deployed JBoss, Fuse, EBS, Apache Camel deployment. Another point is what are EIP in Apache Camel? EIP is standard for enterprise integration pattern. There are defined patterns for the use of the enterprise application integration and messages on middleware in the form of pattern. The various EIP means enterprise integration pattern are used. Is one of the Camel, Apache Camel. One of them are splitter pattern. Split the data on the basis of some token and then process it. Content-based router. The content-based router expects the component of the message and routes it to another channel based on the component of the message. Using such as router enable the message procedure to send messages to a single channel and leave it to the content-based router to inspect messages and route them to the proper destination. This elevates the sending application from this task and avoid coupling the message procedure to specific destination channels. The message filter. A message filter is a specific form of a content-based router. It examines the message content and passes the message to another channel if the message content matches certain criteria. Otherwise, it is discard the message recipient. List A. Content-based router allow us to route a message to correct system based on message content. This process is transparent to the original sender in the sense that the originator simply send the message to a channel where the router pick up and take care of everything. Where tab allow you to route message to a separate location while they are being forwarded to the route ultimate destination. Means another question is what are endpoint in Apache Camel? Apache Camel support the message endpoint pattern using the endpoint interface. Endpoints are usually created based on component and enterprise are usually referred to in the domain specific language. View their URLs. Another question is what are various components in Apache Camel? Which ones have used? Means especially used. Apache Camel provides with us a number of components. These components make interactive create endpoint with which a system can interact with another external system. For example, using an active MySQL components, we expose an active MQ endpoint for interactive with external system. There are more than 100 components provided by Apache Camel. Some of them are like FTP, JMX, not a JMX, again mistake, JSL, okay, JMS, web services, HTTP. Apache Camel also allow user to create a custom component. Custom components means Apache Camel provide a custom features, means you can create a custom component. User can create to the custom components. Okay. Another question is, have you made a database call using Apache Camel? And answer is yes. Have integrated Apache Camel MySQL database using SQL query. Another question is, have you used Apache Camel with a Spring? Yes, you can use through the Spring. Means have integrated Apache Camel with a Spring. It helps in utilizing features like Spring dependency injection, data source, and transaction management. Another question is how an exception handled using Apache Camel. Means so on exception like try and catch block. Okay, means exception can handle using the try and catch block, an exception blocker, the error handler blocker, the error handler is used to handle any uncatched exception that get thrown during the routing and processing of a message. Conversely, an exception is used to handle specific exceptions tried when they are thrown. Another question is, what is camel context? Camel context represents a single camel routing rule base. We use the camel context in a similar way to the Spring application context. Public interface camel context extends suspendable services. Runtime configuration interface used to present the context used to configure routes and the policy to use during message exchange between endpoints. Another question is, what is router context? It is now possible to define router outside camel context, camel component. This one is a closing part. Okay, which can be in the new router context tag. The router defined in the router context can be reused by multiple camel contexts in a dependency, and however it is only allowed to definition which is reused at a runtime. Each camel context will create its own instance of the route based on the definition, not a definition, define. So thank you so much. Thank you for watching this video. Please like and subscribe, and please like and subscribe, and don't forget to the bell icon. Okay, so thank you for watching this video. Thank you so much.